Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome back to some more Star Citizen. This is another gameplay video, kind of following on from my previous video, where we went out into the verse in my Vulture to see if I could find any organic gameplay, meaning basically organic salvage, sorry, meaning a player has essentially abandoned their ship and claimed a new one insurance for whatever reason. It could be a bug, could be they died. And yeah, they've respawned, claimed their ship on insurance, which means their ship is no longer owned by them. It is technically fair salvage. But unfortunately, that day, I found nothing. Absolutely zero. There was a few ships dotted around. I didn't know if they were fair salvage or not because I couldn't get on board. I couldn't turn off their shields to start tractoring them, which seems to be the only real way right now to tell if a ship is fair salvage, is to turn their shields off, to start tractoring them, and if you get a warning, like a crime stat warning, then it is still owned, and if you don't, then it is fair salvage. That seems to be the only way right now. But the other day, after putting that video out, I streamed that day on the Monday afternoon, Monday evening, and I was playing with a few of my regulars, and Hybrid had a Vulture. Not this one. This is my Vulture, which has taken a little bit of damage because I might have been a little careless. But he had a Vulture where the filler station broke, essentially rendering the ship completely useless. So he said he was going to go and abandon this ship and claim a new one on insurance. Did I want to buy it from him? Kind of second-hand for spares and repairs, and I could take the components. I could salvage the ship. And it also included an Atlas, which was a pretty decent size one of the best size one quantum drives, which he said would just come back in the claim when he gets his new ship. So I said yes. I offered 40,000. He actually wanted a bit less for it, but I said, 40,000 felt more reasonable because I could easily make that back in an RMC. And this is kind of what I was left with. So all these items, barring one or two of them, are from his Vulture. I also have, I think, about 8. Well, the filler station's full. I have 8 RMC, nearly 9 SEU of RMC, which wasn't just his Vulture. I don't know how much RMC you can get from a Vulture, but it was definitely more than 40,000 on top of the Atlas and everything else here. Now, the thing to note is that only the Atlas is saleable. The thing right now with Star Citizen's components and weapons is to sort of prohibit insurance fraud. So basically, someone spawning a ship, taking all their items off, selling them all, scraping the ship, salvaging it, and then respawning the ship and doing it again. To sort of prohibit that, we cannot sell default ship items. So, for example, this comes with Cloud Imperium size 1s or size 2 repeaters. I can't take them off and sell them. I can't take the components out of the cargo bay and sell them because they are default with the ship when it spawns in. Anything that has been attached after, aftermarket upgrades, like the Atlas, which, let me just put my cup away, which I believe, is that the Atlas? No, that's the Fortitude. That might be the Atlas. Hang on, I'm looking at the wrong components here. Where did I put it? Oh, that's the Atlas. In that case, where is my XL1? Oh, no. I think... Did I not take that? I did have an XL1 quantum drive that I found in a Redeemer while I was playing, and I don't see it anymore. I think it's disappeared. What did I do with it? Did I take it out, I wonder? No, it's not here. Oh, I can't remember what happened. Anyway, I did find a Redeemer while I was out there. And I found an XL1 inside of it and took that out. And I'm sure I put it in here, but it seems to have gone, which is a real shame because they're worth about 80, 90 grand. Now, obviously, right now, I've got a couple of salvaging heads here as well. The only way I'm going to sell any of this, except for the Atlas here, is to other players, because I can't sell it to a shop. I might be able to sell that What's this one? The DR Model XJ1 repeat. I might be able to sell that because I don't know if that was default. The only item I could sell is the Atlas. I don't really know. I think it goes for... I don't know what it goes for used back to a Platinum Bay, but they are worth 18,000 brand new, but I'm going to use that for my own quantum drive up there. But I just really wanted to show off what I have found here. Because day to day, it varies when you jump into the verse and whether you're going to find something or not. And I found it really interesting that I was buying a ship secondhand, sort of spares and repairs, because one thing I want to do when, you know, we're able to, hopefully 4.0, is start a scrapyard. Have a scrapyard where I buy ships and vehicles and things secondhand, find them and tow them back to the location, and then strip them down of their components that are still usable and resell them, or, you know, use them in other ships, get them flyable again, or just sell them on to other players. And for 3 to 4.1, which we're on right now, I'm kind of stockpiling these components and weapons because when 4.0 comes along, I don't know if we're going to keep any of this, it might be wiped, but when it comes along, having extra components is going to be handy for if your components, for example, shield generators, if they suddenly pack in for whatever reason because we're going to this resource network, this engineering system, where it will be systemic. You know, they can take damage and they can wear down and age, and you'll have to swap them out. And if you have something like another one lying around, you can just swap that in straight in and keep your ship going, right? Keeping those coolers, keeping those shields on. So, and rather than buying, because these shield, if I just run through what we have here, so these shield generators that we got from the Vulture are bulwarks. They're size 1s, but they're about 17,000 brand new. I think used, if they are not default items, you can sell them for about 2,500. So for me, I'm going to sell these on to another player, or I'll keep them for myself and use them. The power plants, we've got 2 of those, 2 Fortitudes. Let me just, yeah, they are both Fortitudes. They're also size 1. They're about 26 grand each brand new, which right now, it's cheaper to just get your ship repaired, I would think. But in 4.0, I expect this stuff is going to change. And secondhand, you can sell these to a Platinum Bay for about 27, 2,800, provided they're not default, right? And then you've got the Atlas Quantum Drive, as I say, size 1, great for this one. I can't remember what its benefits are, but it's much better than the stock one. That's 18,000 new. The Ultraflow Cooler, which is this one, I think. Don't know why it shows it up there. Yeah, Ultraflow is about 28,000 brand new. And then these, I don't know, these say Baler. These came from Baylor salvaging heads, size 2s. I don't know what they're worth. I don't know if someone's interested in buying them, but I will keep hold of them and sell them. I may even attach them to my own, because I've got a cinch and a braid, so see if that's worth trying. And then the Klaus and Werner laser repeaters. I think you can sell these generally if they're not default for about 3,000. They're not worth a lot, but again, they're handy to have just in case. So, all in all, with the 8 SEU in there of RMC alone, that's about 120 grand, maybe just a little less. I don't know how much I made from fully scraping hybrids, the person I bought the ship from secondhand. I don't know how much I would get scraping the hull, but it's going to be more than 40 grand, and with those alone, it's, you know, I really enjoy how that turned out. Now, I did that on stream. You can kind of see how it all played out. It wasn't a planned thing. It was, he just kind of came over and said his ship stopped printing RMC. Do I want to buy it as a second-hand, you know, spares and repair ship? And I did. And I paid him. I haven't sold anything. I wanted to leave this stuff in here so that I could make a quick video about it, just sort of showing how this stuff is now becoming possible. And once we're able to finally sell default components, stripping them anyway is just going to be worth it for that alone. So yeah, really enjoyed the fact that I could buy a ship secondhand, take its components out. What I'm going to do is just offload all of this, put it down over here. Hopefully it's not going to completely freak things out. It might if I'm putting components on the table, but if I put them down in the corner and just stack them all up, weapons down here, salvaging attachments down there, And yeah, I'm already seeing people asking for certain things that they want to buy in game, like helmets and so forth, which is really cool. Trading between players is so much fun already, and it's just going to expand even more and become even more important and necessary. And eventually, buying second-hand ships, being able to transfer ownership and whatnot, should be coming as well. I don't know when, but it's something that will happen. So yeah, I'll leave the. What I'll do is I'll just move all this stuff off camera so that you're not having to see me do it. And then when I come back, what I'll probably do is stockpile the RMC into my inventory or just around here somewhere until I have enough to kind of move it all in one go so that I'm not making many trips with small amounts of cargo. I'll come back and just show you how it all looks and then end the video there. But yeah, really, really enjoy the fact that we can technically buy a ship secondhand and just strip it down. Lovely stuff. Right, I'll be back in a sec. So, there we go. That is all of the RMC over there. We've got 8 boxes, 8 SEU of RMC, all stacked up nicely there. We've got 4 SEU of the construction materials, all stacked in there. And then coming further down here, you can see everything is put together. The Atlas I have put into my freight elevator, and I will move it over into my Vulture once I've stored that, because for some reason, the quantum drive on the Vulture, trying to get that in and out is a nightmare. The Bolan that I had in there previously, that's disappeared. I was pulling it out. There is a way to get them out, but then you just got to let the universe take it to where it needs to go, wherever that is. I tried to put the Atlas in, and it was just flopping all over the place. Thankfully, it kind of kicked it out of my ship and landed over by the bottom of the ramp, so I just went and put it in my freight elevator just to keep it safe, because I don't want to lose it. But like I say, I'll do that via the VMA for now. For some reason, it's just that component that's kind of weird. But here, you can see we have the Fortitude power plants, 2 there, a cooler, the Ultraflow, another one there, and then I think that's another power plant. I can't remember where I got that from. And then we have the 2 Bulwark shield generators down there. Again, if anyone's interested, we can make an arrangement to come and buy them. The weaponry, I have just put the other 2 small size 1 weapons next to these 2. The XJ1 there. The 2... I realise that even though it says Baylor, they all say Baylor, even if you're using the Cinch, the Abrade. So I'm assuming it's just a weird naming issue with the UI. I don't know. But yeah, that's essentially, like I say, just a bit of a follow-up on that previous video I did where I found nothing day to day going into the verse, which is what I like. You don't know whether you're going to find something or you're not going to find something. It really is dependent on what other players have been doing, whether they've claimed their ships, whether they haven't, whether they're, having a good time or a bad time a lot of the times. So this, to me, is so much fun. And then with Hybrid just saying that he's, wanting to sell his ship because it's... or wants to get rid of his ship because it's broken. Do I want to buy it? The first time buying a ship secondhand for spares and repairs, even if it is due to a bug and whatnot, is pretty cool. And the future is very rosy, especially for base building, scrapyards, all that kind of stuff. But that is it for this video. Like I say, not really too much going on. Just a bit of an update video showing that some days you can find things, some days you can't, and sometimes you can buy ships secondhand. I really wish I knew where that quantum drive went. I just can't think for the life of me what happened to it. But if you want to see the VOD, my streams are always available to rewatch on Twitch via the VODs. You can just click on whichever one. I think it'll be the last one I did, although I am streaming today, so if you're coming in later than today being Wednesday, there's probably another VOD up there anyway. But by all means, come and join me over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. The link is in the description below. Look at this ship aging. It is so nice. We will be doing more of this kind of thing. Plus, who knows? We may find some more second-hand ships to buy, to salvage. You just don't know going into the verse. But thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe if you don't mind. It does the channel... Not the subscribe. Do hit the subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. Hit the like button if you don't mind. It does the channel a big favour. And tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. A big thank you to my patrons and channel members for making this possible. Thank you for watching. I've got a lot of work to get on with. And I'll see you soon.